There we are.
Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of C&C Bros.
It's
We
been a
have a
while.
good. It has been a while. I don't know how long it's been.
I feel like
Not
it's been a
about
month.
not a month. We did something on the 15th.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Because 2.8 was about to come out, and then it did come out, and then I was MIA because I had work and a lot of stuff going on, and then you had
I went to
KamiCon.
KamiCon,
Yeah,
which we'll talk about.
we will talk about that. I almost went to KamiCon, but then money and gas became a problem, and I was exhausted and getting sick. And I don't know what the hell Shelly was doing.
I was working and I sprained my ankle, so that wasn't happening.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna. Fate was not on our side for this con, but next time we'll get him. We'll get him good. Speaking of cons, like that just reminds me that I need to try and reserve tickets for that New Orleans show of Distant Worlds.
Oh, maybe we should add this to the topics. Shit that Hiro Mashima does.
I almost added that.
You know what?
Because I was scrolling down Twitter and I just saw Dragon Tail. I was like, that made me think of Fairy Tale.
Okay, so I posted the link. Sorry, I had to take a break for that. But yeah, so first on our topics list, what new anime are we watching this season, if any? Or what anime are we planning on watching this season, but maybe won't? Because I've already picked up, I think 5. I don't know what it was about last season, but I was not on top of it at all, and I was not watching anything. And then when this season started, I started watching. I think it's because there's less anime to watch right now.
I don't
because
even know what's out right now.
Are you using Crunchyroll?
I mean, I use it just to watch Naruto on Thursdays, and then that's pretty much it. And then
why don't you just
I watch
look
Iron
at what's
Blooded
coming
Orphans
out recently?
And I watch Iron Blooded Orphans on Sunday. That's pretty much all the anime I have time for. Everything else is just wrestling in the Fosters. I'm trying to get through the Fosters, okay? I want season 2.
How many seasons are there?
There's 4 seasons, and then there's one currently airing right now.
Where's this show been?
It's 21 episodes per season, and they're 45 minutes long each episode. It is killing me to get through this. Because I breezed through Always Sunny, but those were 30 minutes each. Well, 22 minutes each.
I have not watched Always Sunny in forever. What am I doing? I'm talking to you and trying to do something else.
We're talking about the greatest anime of all time. King of the Hill.
Oh God. Oh God.
Propane.
No, my laptop. Why?
What happened?
No, I hope he is. I think his internet went out.
Did his internet go out?
No, he's not even in the chat.
Oh
he's
my
not even
God.
in the group.
I'm glad we just figured that out. We are a couple geniuses here.
We are geniuses.
All right.
So yeah, it's just me and Shelly right now.
It's okay. Oh, there's George.
Okay, I died again, and for longer this time.
We saw.
It was significant.
That was probably the worst one. Goodness gracious. Plugging up the laptop. What I miss?
Well, we started talking about
Degrassi
the
Fosters.
and the Fosters, and I was waiting on your input.
I watched Degrassi too, so yeah.
I was gonna say in regards to the Hiro Mashima thing, that'll be exceptionally fun because I'm not caught up. And
George,
honestly,
don't catch up. Just read the latest chapter. Just do it. Please do it. No, wait, no. Read the chapter before that and this one. Just do it.
Honestly, nothing.
I was just gonna have y'all run it by me, and then y'all just
No, George, you have to
see
experience
how
it for
I
yourself.
react. I'm contemplating giving up. Like,
Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. Anybody who doesn't want fairy tale spoilers, like, go ahead and just like leave for the next 10 minutes.
yes, please.
Okay. So
Like, yes, please to them.
yes. Leave if you don't want fairy tale spoilers. If you don't care, then you won't understand anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, Happy is so cute.
I don't know. I'm looking at the list here for the anime. I don't see anything. It's just jumping out to me.
But yeah, fairy tale. Nothing's happened. They've beaten villains, and nothing big stories happened. And Natsu's about to die, and Urza's mom killed herself, and that's it.
Oh, I was gonna get there.
And Urza took down a meteor
With
all one hand, with all her bones are broken. Because she's Urza.
Let that sink in.
Jesus.
Whose phone?
Whose vibrator?
That's me. Caitlin's calling.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that vibrator.
Wow.
Christ.
Pardon me for just a sec. Hello.
Anyway. So yeah, it's back to me and Shelly.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list. I don't see nothing's jumping up. If I was into Blue Exorcist, I'd probably watch that. But
I mean,
okay.
Now's the best time to get into it.
I don't have time.
What do you mean you don't have time? Shelly, you have all the time in the world.
That is not true.
You don't do anything.
I work.
I work too. I still watch anime.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yo.
That's what I do when I wake up on the weekend. Is I watch like 3 episodes of anime.
No, I get up and watch the Fosters because I need to get through that.
Sorry.
Because I don't know where this culturally diverse show has been all my life.
I don't know, but you were probably watching Faking It.
They just added 2 more Asians.
All right, man.
I don't know if I can take all this. I don't know if I can take all this diversity in my post-Trump presidential world.
Drew says hi, everybody.
What's up, Drew?
Hello, Drew. But yeah, I think what I picked up this season, Konosuba season 2, just because for the lulz. Obviously I was gonna watch that, and then I started watching March Comes In Like a Lion. Just because I was getting interested in it, because it seemed like it was a good show, and oh my god, that show's amazing. Like, if you've seen Your Lie in April, like anybody, like give March Comes In Like a Lion a shot, because it's basic synopsis is it's about a guy that like plays shogi, and he's getting over depression because like shit and stuff has happened in his life, and like it unfolds slowly as you go through, and then at like episode 6, the main plot takes off like at breakneck speeds, and it's great.
I don't know how they managed to do this, but there's 2 sports animes about the same sport.
Airing at the same time, or just
airing at the same time?
What is it?
Okay, because
they're two cycling anime. One's
Yowamushi Pedal.
Huh?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yowamushi Pedal is one of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them, and then the other one's Minanami. I don't know if I can say all these Japanese words.
Let it out, man.
There's like 6, bro.
And
it's one title.
I'm also watching Iron Blooded Orphans. Let's see. I think I've dropped Saga of Tanya the Evil, that one about the Nazi lolly. Or whatever the hell she's supposed to be. And then I started...
Is that the Yujo Senki one? No, that just looks like that's what that would be.
No, Saga of Tanya the Evil is the one with the little like blonde girl who's like looks like a Nazi.
Okay, I'm seriously looking at the same. It sounds like you're describing the same thing to me that I'm looking at.
I promise it's not the same case.
Had like a red pendant necklace.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'm looking at it right here.
Oh, bro, this happened in Bleach.
The Stern Ritter. The Stern Ritter.
You remember when Kenpachi
Bleach is
unleashed his
defensive in the
Shikai
morning.
and like
I'm also watching Masamune Kun's Revenge. And
I was wondering
that
why you're watching that.
That shit's killing me. Like, I watched 4 episodes of that Sunday morning, and I lost my mind. Like, it's absolutely hilarious because, like, every now and then you just want to, like, because it's rom-com shit, right? And like, I eat that for breakfast, but it's mean rom-com. Like, it's not like, oh, let's get into like this Toradora stuff where like you've got a tsundere and you've got a guy that's mild mannered. Like, no, this guy's out for blood. He wants to. So he got rejected by this chick, the main chick, like back when he was like, I don't know, like 6. He got rejected by this girl when he was like 6 years old, and he was like really fat back then. And she said, "I'm never gonna fall in love with you. You're just a pig's foot."
Whoa, hold on. They're 6.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let them grow a little bit.
And this man got so salty about it that he went off for 8 years, or however long it took, 10 years. He went off for 10 years, and he like got really fit and buff, and he's hot as hell now. And he's like, I could do anything. I'm hot, and the first thing I'm going to do is make this girl fall in love with me, even though she doesn't remember me, and then I'm going to reject her when she says she loves me.
I've heard this plot line somewhere else, and where have I heard this plot line before?
I love it.
It's
actually
every teenage show ever.
No, shut up.
Hey guys, I've caught up.
You've read all of Fairy Tail?
Yep.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you read it or did you just look at it?
Because both give off the same thing.
Yeah, I was finna say, there wasn't much of a difference, believe me.
Yeah, like these chapters have been nothing like in terms of story progression.
There's story progression?
Sometimes. Every like 10 chapters or so.
Okay. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at spring 2017. This looks like a better season than winter will be. I mean,
Berserk's already in that season, so I want to watch it.
In there. Attack on Titan's in there, even though I don't really care about Attack on Titan anymore. Boruto's in there.
Why would you? It's been like 3 years since we had a season.
I see like 3 other things in there that I don't know what this. I would give Attack on Titan because that looks cool.
I would give Attack on Titan, Shelley, like just a whirl and see if you like it after this season. Like, I feel like if you don't like it after this next season, then you're not going to like it ever again.
Dude, like,
that's fine.
It's been so long, I don't care anymore.
Exactly. Like, you just need to pick it back up. That's the problem.
What I want to happen is for Team 4-Star to keep making their Attack on Titan.
They won't be able to.
I know, but I wish they would.
Oh, and I've been watching Iron-Blooded Orphans, and good God.
Whose man's this is?
Rest in peace, Laughter.
Don't spoil it.
They don't even know who I'm talking about.
But what if they do?
Yeah, well, then shit happens.
Rest in peace, like the 5 or 8 or 10 or who? How many people have died since this season started?
Well, considering how the last episode before then, probably like 20 people died. I don't know.
Even more than that, because then you got to count like all the body counts we've had in like the war. Well, there was like a war in episode 6, and like a dude died in that, and then there was like people who died, but people were dying in the show. I hate it.
But I love it.
And the sad thing is that we know there will be a season 3. They can't wrap it up in like.
Oh my
episodes.
God! There's a Fairy Tail movie coming out in spring.
Hey,
You didn't know that?
Brian, do I look like I keep up with Fairy Tail?
That was all over the place.
Brian, who was excited about a Fairy Tail movie? Did you watch the last one?
George, have you seen Handshakers yet?
I have not.
I heard it's bad.
Well, Brian.
Oh my.
like
It has the
atrociously
name-
like
its name is
bad looking.
Handshakers.
Not bad storytelling. That's a given. I'm talking about visually disgusting.
Oh, ew. I mean, at least Fairy Tail has girls for you to look at.
Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about George's experience at KamiCon. Or KamiCon. Because he's the only one of us that got to represent C&C Bros. I tried to get all of us together, but that just didn't happen.
It's your boy.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
The fuck's a commie?
I'm right here.
No, well, all right. You didn't
I
go where I wanted that.
I did. I skipped. Yeah.
You didn't go where I wanted with that. Never mind. Okay, just tell us about it.
He's so mad.
I'm so disappointed now.
Shelly is so disappointed. That's what I aim to do, man. I mean,
Tell us about the Japanese dance games you played.
Tell us about the Nostalgia Critic you didn't see.
Why didn't you see Nostalgia Critic?
He was sick that he didn't show up.
Oh,
He had a stomach flu. I just watched a video on it today. I was like, damn, that's why George laughed at me.
Because I would have went if I went and saw Nostalgia Critic. I just would have talked with him about Avatar and Steven Universe, and that's it.
I mean, that's perfectly understandable. Did George leave the group again?
No, of course not. He's still there. He's just not here.
He just can't hear us. Or he can hear us, he just can't talk back.
See, he doesn't hear the way that we hear. His internet's fucked up.
I'm sorry, I just got distracted by Snapchat drama.
What?
Nothing I can share over stream.
Come on, share it with the rest of the class.
No. Anyway.
Facebook it to me.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So George is out right now. So we're kind of on our own. So in the meantime, Shelly and I are going to move on to a different topic. And that topic will be our own anime awards. Because, you know, Crunchyroll did anime awards a while ago.
And they did it wrong.
People voted, and people voted strangely. Basically,
people vote just for popular stuff, but not us.
It's the recency effect.
Blooded Orphans.
Shut up.
Oh,
it's the recency effect. And it's because Yuri on Ice won most popular anime of the year and top anime of the year, even though it was like in the last season. And I think people forgot all about all the anime that came before, because that was just what was hot. And it was just hot shit at the time. And I don't know why. Because, like, it's good, I guess. I haven't watched it. But, like, I don't know. There's a lot of factors that could go into it. I'm not going to, like, psychoanalyze, like, and just, like, tear apart, like, the reasons why people love it so much, because I haven't watched it. Regardless, it won awards that some people think it shouldn't have, and it was weird. But anyway, we're making our own anime awards. And Shelly, why don't you go ahead and tell us what your top anime of last season were?
Is Iron Blooded Orphan?
Shelly's only anime he watched, I think, in full last season was Iron Blooded Orphans. I watched quite a bit. But yeah. And Shelly's been slacking on the anime department.
Like, hugely. I didn't see
actually like. I have not watched that yet. I forgot, but I need to go see it in theaters.
I liked
theaters.
I liked Film Z better, but I mean, it's
it's not in theaters anymore. feel like Film Z was just a good, solid movie. Just like Strong World's a good, solid One Piece movie.
Well, I mean, Gold is like a heist movie, pretty much.
So like Ocean's 13.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay, that's cool, I guess. How much of? Well, I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you to spoil the movie over stream.
No, how much?
Died for a significantly long time.
Yes, you did.
Time.
Tell whoever's stealing your bandwidth to like lay off.
Here's what I'm about to do. Give me just a sec.
About to tell me to go fuck myself.
It's gonna look weird and.
Well, I mean, it's still live on the channel, right? So.
Yeah, it's still live on the channel. I'm about to
it's not like
weird for a second.
Can't you just you know, come in on your phone or something?
Hey, you see how there's 2 Georges in the call?
I know, I wasn't looking at it.
Now
No, there's one.
No, because he just left.
Jeez, Brian. Spreading all these falsehoods.
His mic's off too. But yeah, I got really sick this week, and that's what I've been dealing with.
I'm back.
When were you sick?
I've been sick for like 2 weeks, and it's been getting worse, and it finally like just hit a peak.
Brian,
yesterday.
You always
the day before.
Sick.
I always say I feel sick because sometimes I do. But I actually was legitimately sick this time.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you fine. You sound funny.
I always sound funny, and that's just the fact of life.
You take the good, you take the bad.
But yeah, we were giving our anime awards.
Okay.
Iron Blooded Orphan.
Shelly already gave one of his.
I gave out all of mine.
All right. My desktop seems to operate better in these conditions than my desktop does, obviously. And if it gets too bad, I guess I don't know, I'll be able to get up and move and just ram the wire into my laptop and work from there.
Okay.
Y'all still with me?
Yeah, I'm
still with y'all, I guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my anime awards just tentatively because I didn't do this. Like I'm just doing this off the top of my head based on like the little categories that I came up with. Okay, so
Gross.
best fight. Best fight, I'd have to say, is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Diamonds Unbreakable. The first Kira fight against Jotaro and Koichi.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that was an awesome fight. I loved it in the manga. I loved it in the anime, and I think that's where I dropped the show because I just didn't watch after that. Because I was like, well, I've already seen the best fight in the entire series. Like, I don't want to, not the series, but the best fight in this part. So I don't want to watch anymore.
Don't
because
flex.
I'd already read it.
You stopped watching because you read the manga.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. I've already read it, so I don't want to watch anymore because I know what happens. There's nothing like I want to see animated. Best girl? Oh, God. Who was in last season that was a girl and best?
Yukako Yamagishi. Nah, wow. Saying.
We'll go with Cordelia Ina Bernstein.
Yeah, let's go with that because I can't think of anybody. I totally blanked. I totally blanked. Because like I know I watched like 8-9 anime last year alone that came out in last year. And I can't think of anybody. The only other anime I can think of right now is Sweetness and Lightning, and I sure as hell don't want to name that little chick girl best girl.
Nobody out of Konosuba?
No one out of Bleach?
No one in Konosuba is best girl. Like they're just fun to be around. They're not best girl material. But there is someone in March comes in like a lion that's Bay material. It's great. Okay, so I'll also go ahead and say best story, Berserk. Because it's Berserk, and it just wins for me. I can't. There have been other good stories, like Iron Blooded Orphans was really good, and I think that had the best art out of all the anime that I did watch last year.
Wait,
by
what did you say?
far.
Best art? You said best art?
Yes, best art.
Oh, okay. Okay, for best art, I'm gonna go with Gundam Thunderbolt.
You did watch Gundam Thunderbolt, though.
Forgot I watched that.
Okay, hold on just 1 second.
I don't know. We could do Dragon Ball Super episode 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say Super did happen last season.
Yeah, for best art.
But just episode 5, you said.
Huh.
Y'all give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's busy again.
What about
Shut up.
Future Card Buddy Fight?
I don't know.
All of this can't be Winter 2016.
I don't think so.
Brotherhood Final Fantasy 15. Oh yeah, that's right. Ace Attorney.
You haven't heard a word I've said. That's not fair. I've heard everything you said. It's just, there's some subtleties to the rules that aren't so easy to understand. Okay, that's it. Obviously, normal sensitivity training isn't enough for you.
Prison School had an OVA.
Oh, they did?
Sorry, I was talking about taxes with my parents.
Oh, never mind. That was March. That wasn't like Winter 2016. Just in the last year, it had an OVA.
What are we talking about?
Wait,
I'm going through the list on my anime list, and I was going down, and I was like, "There's no way like all of this can be, last season." And a lot of it. Oh, well, yeah, it is. Okay, nah. I know what I did wrong. Because winter runs into January. So I looked up winter 2016, and so it's giving me like early winter. So I need winter 2017.
Remember when I said we were going to watch Drifters?
Oh.
And none of us watched Drifters?
I saw like...
That's because none of us remember that.
I saw like 10 seconds with Kelvin. Okay, here we go. This makes more sense.
Remember when George said he was going to watch Iron Blooded Orphans?
He's still going to watch it.
To be fair, I said I would watch that when I was done with the other stuff, and I'm not done with the other stuff. I wasn't even done with Diamond is Unbreakable when I said I would watch it, and I finished that like a little under a few weeks ago.
Okay, now I'm remembering all these anime I did watch, and then I just couldn't remember. Yeah, My Hero Academia. Best girl is the Bug Girl, obviously. I don't even know her name. She's Bug Girl. And then other best girl, I would have to say is oh god. I'd have to say Amelia from ReZero.
Okay, yeah, see,
and not because she's a meme. Not because she's a meme, like just because I liked her. I liked her a lot more than anybody else in there besides the pink one, Ram. Or Ram. One of the twins. Like, she was my favorite, but I think Amelia's best girl. I'd say best villain is Kira. Like, absolutely number one. Like, there shouldn't be anybody else in that category, honestly. Like, no one else was a good villain that I remember.
Yoshikage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shelly, I hear you watching Family Guy. Maybe you should turn it down. Because it's bad when I can hear the entire episode and like a gap of silence. But anyway, best overall anime, that's a tough one. What's your pick, George?
Of 2016. Goodness gracious. It's hard because legitimately I didn't watch that much last year. Like anything I could say, someone could just be like, well, what about this? And I'll be like, well, dang, you got me there.
I mean, what comes to mind, like, what that you, like, got super excited every week to try and watch? Or as often as you could, if you, like, just, you know, wanted to binge it.
Definitely Beyblade Burst. I'm lying, but which
Dude,
Beyblade Burst aired last season.
Beyblade,
Outside,
what happened to you?
ain't no telling. Outside of Diamond is Unbreakable, the thing I was like excited about the absolute most was probably Digimon Adventure Try, but I don't think there's been enough of that out to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's been, what, 12 episodes?
I still need to catch up. That's another thing I said I was going to get to, but didn't.
Dude, I'm forgetting all these anime. I'm going through this list now on my anime list, and
Same.
Assassination Classroom second season was there. Like, I didn't even ever finish that. I think I watched the episode like right before the last episode, and I just never watched the last episode because that ending was so perfect by itself. I didn't need an epilogue. And then yeah, Konosuba was like the winter of last year, and then Gate, which Gate
you
was
made no mention of. You made no mention of Keijo at all.
I didn't watch Keijo
And that
except
hurts
for
a
4
little bit.
episodes.
Bruh!
That's the thing. Like I told you, like last season, I just dropped off the face of the planet with anime. Like there were so many that I had plans for, and I completely ignored all of them. Except, I actually, okay, I'll watch Keijo, but like, the only anime I went back and watched was March Comes In Like a Lion, because I kept seeing that it was getting better and better, or kept hearing at least.
I give best art to Mob Psycho 100.
Have you guys seen the Nintendo Switch Super Bowl commercial?
No,
I actually haven't. No.
did I already give a best fight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Koichi in that. I say.
Yeah,
Kira
and
versus
Jotaro.
Koichi. I think the second best fight would have to be, and because I'm just thinking about it now, Naruto versus Sasuke, just because it was so cathartic to have that
It's
end.
finally over.
It's finally behind us. I've quit Naruto now. I don't have to watch anything else.
And then they hit you with all that filler. And then they
I don't have to watch anything else. I don't have to watch anything else.
Did you see the dub trailer for the Boruto movie?
George, I haven't watched anything
of
Naruto since that fight.
Not even the trailer. I asked Brian if he saw the dub trailer for the Boruto movie.
I saw it.
No, I haven't seen the dub trailer.
Okay, like, I heard older Naruto talk, and all I heard was fat white bitch.
Please stop calling her that.
Yeah, don't do that.
She makes more money than all three of us in like 4 years and like 2 weeks.
Off of Storm Games, not even counting the anime.
Exactly.
Off of Storm Games.
I'm like,
Mel Flanagan doing the thing.
You just couldn't change his voice actor when he's older. He's like 30-something, bro. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, it's still Junka Takeuchi in the Japanese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't she also voice?
Boruto? Yes.
Yeah, but she's not anywhere near annoying as Fat White Bitch.
I was gonna say Armika in
Shelly,
Street Fighter,
you
but
need to
okay.
chill out with that. But yeah, I think best overall anime, like the most balanced for me personally, was probably oh gee, I think
She's
it
the
would be.
Japanese voice of Gumball. Good God.
I think Iron Blooded Orphans would be my best overall anime, just because like I think that had the best balance of story, characters, music, animation, fights, like that had everything in political intrigue too. Like that's always a good thing when an anime can put in some political intrigue. Gotta
Also,
love
Brian, you were wrong.
what?
Junko Takeuchi is not also the voice of Boruto.
I thought they were the same. I couldn't tell. It was Japanese.
You can't tell?
That's racist.
Well, when they sound similar to each other, when Naruto and Boruto are meant to sound similar, you think maybe,
I mean,
maybe it's the same
Also,
voice actor.
in the
I
dub
was
trailer,
just picking at you, but okay.
in the dub trailer, I don't like how Naruto sounds like a woman and Boruto sounds like a woman.
Because they're voiced by a
Yeah.
woman.
It feels
think that
like
they're both women.
Anyway, I can't think of the best opening. I can't think of the best ending besides the Berserk ending. That's probably one of my favorites.
Whoa. You can't think of best opening?
Not right now.
Have
There's
you
too
seen
many.
Great Days, boy?
No,
Have
you know what?
seen Chasing?
Iron Blooded Orphans came out last year, didn't it? Best endings, Orphans in Space. It's done.
True. Orphans in Space is the best ending.
You can't top that.
I'll
It's
have to go
over.
listen to that.
Go listen to it. By all means. I'm trying to think of a good opening that I watched that like really stuck with me, because there were a lot of like really catchy ones, but none that I'd say are like the best opening. You know what I mean?
It was Great Days.
No, I think I heard Great Days once. I was like, no, I'm not feeling it, and I never listened to it again
Alright, but Crazy Noisy
because I never
Bizarre
watched
Town.
the anime again. Huh?
Crazy
I love
Noisy
Crazy
Bizarre
Rainbow
Town.
Star. Yeah, Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town was great.
What? What?
Crazy
Anyway.
Noisy Bizarre Town.
That's my good shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to. We'll do that another topic for another time, because I got to go back and like look at all these anime that I actually did watch and then remember their openings. But if I had to do a tentative,
openings is great to talk about.
it is. Well, it's a great topic in general, and that would last us another hour or so if we kept going on now. But
commercial.
No,
but my
that's Orphans in Space.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think tentatively my best opening is just going to be another Iron Blooded Orphans opening, and it's the second one, Survivor, because that one's catchy as hell, as well. And what about you, George? What are your best fights and girls and arts and stories and boys?
Okay, I won't lie. Hold on, because I gotta do some mean checking.
Well, hurry up and start lying then.
Start lying. I'm not about to lie. I just gotta make sure I got these. Just making sure I got these dates right, fam.
Wait, what's George trying to lie about?
He's trying to figure out like what anime
April.
and stuff he
I'm
likes.
trying to lie in April, fam. Let me let this tab load real quick though, so I know it's real.
Hey, fine.
Because I need to affirm some stuff came out last year.
Sailor Moon Crystal season 3 came out in the spring. You watched that, Shelly?
Dude, that shit was lit.
Was it lit?
Easily the best season.
Okay, so and this is like hypocritical of me because it has it has nothing to do with its choreography, with its progression or anything. Because if that were
Yeah.
the case, I would say Kuro versus, Jotaro Koichi, or I would say something from some of the few OVAs I managed to catch. But the fight in Super where they're fighting Black and they perform the father son Gallic gun.
Just that one scene made it into your best fight.
The entire fight against Black in general, up until the point where Trunks like sword
Ices
ex
him.
machinas, yeah.
Spirit sword.
Spirit sword, get longer.
My friends are my power.
I saw that scene yesterday when Millie was playing Dream Drop.
It gives me chills, actually. Like that, I won't lie. Every time I see that, it gives me
yeah,
chills.
like seeing everybody there, and then you see Shion in the back, and it's like, wow, they forgot about you. But the entire sets of fights against Black, because okay, so this is me catching up to Super. I didn't really catch the tournament arc when it was airing, so I just kind of glossed over it. So my history with the series is always, yeah, this person seems like tough or whatever, but nobody's had to go in as of yet. The formula's kind of been cut and dry.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
for the tournament arc, the only fight you really needed to watch was Hit.
Yeah, that was the only one of consequence besides the one where Goku went like Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah. So at this point,
Oh, Shelly, you watched Food Wars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's 3 anime. You're doing good.
Yeah.
It's like 3 right there.
So at this point, we revisit the freshness of like an incredibly strong enemy who's bodying everything, even though the way he's written is kind of weird. And it's at this point like everybody's getting the let out to try to fight him.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. It felt like, I don't know, because I don't have a valid way to explain this by any means, but it felt like what I was used to from the series without it feeling like it was just in the series. You know what I'm saying? It's about
Yeah.
that we had to train and get better to fight this opponent, but not in the sense of, oh, they're just going to train and then turn around and beat them. Like, there's this sense of peril. There's this sense of a, immovable object, because at this point, old dude's body is immortal. You can't really do anything to it. But they're like, whatever, we'll just punch it harder. And that sounds dumb, but that's like,
That's DBZ.
yeah,
That's the essence of DBZ right there.
yeah.
But yeah, I think
And also that father son Gallic gun, like that was long overdue.
I really haven't watched basically any of Dragon Ball Super except for like a few select scenes and what I've been keeping up with. So it's hard for me to
episode because the one before them was good. It was about Krillin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Saw that.
Yeah. I just I haven't given it a chance really, and I'm waiting for this arc like to start up like a new one, and I think that's when I'll start watching it weekly. Yeah, Keijo I need to go back to and kiss him, not me, probably because that looks funny. And that's about it for my anime picks and what I want to go back and watch and do all this crap with. Let's let's go ahead and talk about our main topic tonight.
I hadn't even finished my list.
What list?
Brian was like, well, what's your best fight? Best girl, best art, best whatever. All I said was my best fight, and we immediately
He said the rest don't matter.
You know what? Honestly, like
I don't care about the rest.
I do care about the rest because honestly, I kind of like was listening to you talk about the best fight and we tangented, and I kind of like fooled myself into thinking that we had finished. So let's go back and revisit that.
Best girl is definitely Aoba from Keijo. You've only seen the first few episodes. She's like the orange ponytail hair girl. Yeah, and you'll find out why I say that as you return to the series. Best art, Mob Psycho 100. I side with Sailor B on that, like the full 100. Best story, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I hadn't watched anything with a story. Closest thing I watched with because I mean, not to imply that, Keijo and some of the others don't have a story, but Keijo being regarded, I guess, more as a sports anime, you're just following their careers.
Oh yeah, I watched Princess Stride.
Hey, I hear that's good. But yeah, it's not so much of a story, just so much as you kind of like watch them grow. Closest thing I've watched with a story is JoJo's, and that's like a story in part of a larger story.
See,
so there's that.
I guess there is an overarching plot in JoJo's, but it's just I don't know.
Best boy is Koichi.
See, is best boy Koichi? He definitely has the most character growth.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a douche. He's kind of a douche in part 5.
We haven't gotten to part 5. We talking about part 4.
I don't know.
We talking about Diamond is Unbreakable Koichi.
Like that honestly killed like Koichi for me. Like reading part 5 or some of part 5 because I still haven't gotten past the Sex Pistols.
A rip.
But yeah,
best villain. Yeah, Kuro was pretty much a butt.
Kuro was a great villain. He was psychotic, like delightfully psychotic. Not like I have to kill every single one of you because it's my destiny. Like Sephiroth kind of villain. And nothing against Sephiroth, but like you see those kinds of villains that are like absolute evil bullshit. Like Kira was just twisted and demented. Also, he had a boner
from Mona Lisa.
From Mona Lisa's hands. Yeah. This man got hot under the collar and he popped a willy.
I can't handle all this ink. That has to be the whitest thing you've said.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I said. I was like, you know what? He popped a willy.
It's okay.
Speaking of white people, let's talk about black people.
Okay.
That don't really get the black people in here.
That was an awful segue.
It was a great segue.
God, I hope Donald Trump says that just one time.
Speaking of white people, let's talk about black
people and how they should just get out.
I feel like I feel like that's not his target audience. We're not getting political here. We're just making jokes.
Lucky for you guys, there's an entire Wikipedia article on black video game characters.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yep. My anime list also has top 10 dark-skinned and black anime characters.
I don't have to call them dark-skinned. They're black.
I mean, some are just Ganguro, like, straight up. That's the thing in Japan.
I know. And I know some of them are portrayed to be Mexican, or not Mexican, excuse me. I shouldn't say it like that.
Hey, Chad's Mexican.
Hispanic.
Chad is of Hispanic descent.
Yeah. Like, it just depends on the character and the artist that's drawing them, but you just don't see a lot of people of color, besides, Asian and white Americans in anime and manga, and that's just a sad truth. And
Well, I mean, that's what's in Japan.
exactly, and that's the thing. Like, I wanted to bring up, like, it's a shame that like there's not a lot of representation in anime, and it's getting better. Like, you get Yuri on Ice, like you're getting like, and you're getting actual Yuri anime.
They kind
like
of have
an
no
element
choice
in
with that
anime.
one.
What do you mean? Like,
Yuri on
specifically?
Ice? Well,
that actually kind of happened. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, you're pulling people from different backgrounds in that, aren't you?
Yeah, and like
You're basing this thing off like what, Olympic figure skaters? Like,
yeah, it's like based off of like a true story or something, like loosely based. I don't know how loosely.
yeah, so you're gonna get everybody from everywhere. You know what I mean?
There were black people in Kuroko no Basket.
There were.
I would be quite upset if there weren't black people in Kuroko no Basket.
I mean, they weren't the best players. Those are the white people.
These people.
But yeah.
Dikembe Mutombo was in there.
See, you said his name, and all I could think of was Little Wetumpka.
Stop.
Okay, we'll give some background information to that later. When we get to the video game portion of this, I'll tell you about Little Wetumpka.
He hates us.
Oh God. No, but
right. Well, here's
my favorite black people in anime. Like,
they just want to see your favorite black people
of all time.
I mean, that's us. Obviously.
You guys.
Oh.
No one else.
Yeah, fuck all the rest of y'all.
No, shut up, Shelly. Don't put words in my mouth. If there's a way to crucify a white man,
what he's saying. It's okay, everyone. He's not racist. He has a podcast with 2 black people.
It's the most elaborate ruse I've ever come up with.
It's okay. He's not racist. He has a racist president.
The racism just trickles down like Reaganomics.
Raceonomics.
Raceonomics? God. Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah, black people in anime. Like, I know the guy. I'm trying to think of like specific ones that I've seen and like that are memorable to me.
Bro,
like,
you've seen Bleach.
Yeah, but there's like 3 black people in there.
Yeah, you had that blind guy.
You had Tosin. You had
blind.
Yoruichi.
You had that.
You had
and
I mean,
and that's it.
I was about to say Halibel, but I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know what she is.
You get more.
What about
Jackie Tristan from the Fullbringers?
I thought you were about to say Jackie Chun.
No.
And then
Jackie
there's
Tristan,
that
old
one
chick with the dirty boots.
And then there was
and
one of that
Tessai.
guy from the Gote Zero or whatever their name was. The Zero Division, yeah, that one black guy that makes all the swords.
You got old dude that works for Urahara, Tessai, with the braids. I think those are braids. I don't know what those are. Tall dude with glasses. He's dark skinned at least. I don't know if he.
You mean the Don Joanji or whatever his name is?
I'm not talking about Don Kanoji, but him too.
Don Kanoji. I love Don Kanoji.
Tessai is Urahara's assistant.
Okay. I don't remember him at all.
What about the scientist captain?
Mayuri? No, he's not.
Mayuri's not black.
Oh, come on, he's obviously black.
That's makeup. Have you seen him with the makeup off?
No.
He's got a pale skin and blue hair.
He's got revitiligo.
You stop that.
He?
I think you get more in the post-anime art, like with the Quincy, but I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah, because that was irrelevant.
I would
For
kind
the
of
most
doubt
part.
it. Thinking of who the Quincy are, I would kind of doubt it now that I think about it.
True.
I don't know if you
They're
Habak
Nazis.
plays that. Yeah,
They're white Nazis. Oh my god, they're white Nazis. What other kind of Nazis are there?
anyway, we got Killick Lunge from Soul Eater. Here, I'm
Yeah,
just
don't run down that entire list. I'm just trying to think of like people that we've seen and that are memorable and like why we like them. Because and the reason we're doing this topic too is because today's 1st of February, Black History Month, and it's good to have representation in different forms of media. And I didn't do this topic as a joke. Like Shelly brought it up as a joke today in the chat, but I legitimately did want to talk about it because I think that it's important, and I think that there's plenty of characters in video games and anime especially that have left an impression that are black.
like Afro Samurai.
And Nadine Ross.
Yes. My god, Afro Samurai. I forgot that show existed.
Wow.
I did. Is Boondocks anime? I'm just playing. No. Would you consider
Yes.
would you consider Orca black, Shelly?
I guess.
I don't really know what his ethnicity is going for.
I mean, considering how they're from Mars, I don't know if you have an ethnicity.
You're a Martian.
I mean, you have an ethnicity.
But there is
Mars is your
I mean,
nationality. There's a
the
difference.
mechanic is black. And Iron-Blooded Orphans.
And they actually do have a black guy in there. So I don't know. Because what's his name from Food Wars? Hayato.
He's Indian.
Yeah, he's Indian, obviously.
And he's obviously Indian.
Like, that's what Orga looks like. Indian. Huh.
Wow.
I'm trying to differentiate people's color of skin, and that's not what I wanted to do.
Jesus.
But anyway.
It's okay, Brian. Just look at the color of his skin.
Anyway,
Size from FF13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of a blatant stereotype that kind of pissed me off though, because that was something that like I noticed in Square Enix games specifically.
Yep. Good old blaxploitation.
Because okay, so the 3 black guys that I can think of, or 4, from Final Fantasy. Barrett is the first one.
Yep.
Who's Mr. T. And he's got his
Barrett.
And he can't do he's like, I want to get off this fucking pizza, or whatever he said in the game. I don't know. He swore the most, I think, besides Sid. I don't know who swore more in that game.
If you watch any abridged version of FF7, they take that a step further with Barrett's character. And in the redesign, he's got them sunglasses.
And he looks so cool.
Isn't relevant, but somebody like some individual made some kind of deal about Barrett wearing sunglasses for the remake.
I'm down with it. Like, their models look amazing for the remake, and then they released that screenshot today or yesterday. Was it today or was it yesterday? Either way, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, Final Fantasy just had its 20th anniversary, and they released a screenshot of the remake, and it was just Cloud and Sephiroth being cool in HD.
And then you got Fran from FF12.
She's not really. I'd say
listed.
Redis.
She's listed.
That's not. She's a rabbit. She's not even a people.
She's listed. Oh, so now she's not a person?
No, she's not a person. She's a rabbit.
Shameful.
I don't even remember what her race was named. It's not Makite. Because, the Mikote. That's Final Fantasy 14. Anyway,
Yeah, and that's cats, not rabbits.
Redis from Final Fantasy 12, he was black. He was unabashedly, like, Middle Eastern, ish black.
North African.
Yeah, I would say that. And he even had the accent to match.
Sam
God,
and his
I
brother
miss
from The Last of Us were black.
Yeah.
They
Riley
died.
Abel.
I like how you had to bring up that they died.
They died. I did not like that. I needed more black people in that game, honestly.
I feel that.
Dude.
Yeah, like that was something like I felt like The Last of Us was missing, and I wish that like one of them.
First of all, The Last of Us wasn't missing black people.
No, like consistent.
it
black
seemed to me
people.
like it was
Brian, we weren't
missing
getting consistent people.
Exactly, that's the point, Shelley. I wanted consistent black people.
The leader of the Fireflies is black.
Was she the
Yes.
leader?
Yes, she was black.
I didn't know that she was the leader, though.
Well, someone didn't pay attention to the story when they said, "Here's Queen Firefly."
Oh.
That's true.
Oh. You know who else was? You know who else was black? The DARPA chief.
Oh, God. See, I don't... That's based off American politics, though, so it's not like they can... It's not a surprise that they added in an African-American in a Metal Gear Solid game that's based in America.
I mean, you're right.
I'm talking about, like, mostly, like, RPGs and Japanese media.
Well, you can count fighting games in that.
Oh, yeah.
Lord knows how many of those get made in Japan.
Are there any black people in Skullgirls?
Big Band, I would imagine. I mean, yeah, he's like Potemkin, but made up of instruments. But if you want to judge his voice, he could be considered.
Yeah.
It's debatable. Eliza is Egyptian, and therefore technically, yeah.
And let's not forget the Raikage and then the rest of the Cloud Village.
Almost the entire Cloud Village.
Except that one girl.
And then you
and
then you got Jay, who looks just like Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, what about Chocho?
Oh yeah.
You got Chocho.
Fucking Chocho.
I love Chocho. She's so sassy. But I think back to the Square Enix thing, because I wanted to talk about that some more. Square's got a really bad track record of having like mildly like racist stereotypes in terms of their black characters. Because I think you had Barrett, who was like the big loudmouth, like swearing, gun arm wielding black Mr. T, or Mr. T in general. Mr. T's already black.
Mr. T.
And then you've got Kyros, or whatever his name was, in 8.
I ain't play 8.
Yeah, he had knives. He like had knives, and it was kind of a weird thing. And I don't know what they were going with that.
Whoa. We're not proficient in knivery. Wait.
It's supposed to be like Wesley Snipes' blade.
I don't know what they were going for.
I need you to be specific, because just telling me he has knives isn't gonna.
Okay, so and that hand saws then basically, because he like had the. Like,
we're not good at those either.
Okay, Shelly. The point is that he had blades of some sort, like dual wielding blades, and he was a speedy fighter. And I don't know, like that was just my opinion and like my friends at the time
Are you
opinion.
saying,
Like
are you saying he was racist because he's fast?
No,
Was he faster than all the white people?
Hold on.
he
Can you
was the
spell this
fastest party
character's
member.
name?
Let me look him up because I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Please be Matumbo. Matumbo.
Stop.
It's
Kutakente.
okay, Kiros, Kiros, Seagill.
That was not close. It's Kutakente.
Fighting games have bolstered a huge amount of fighters from different backgrounds as per their tradition, because the plot to
Let me
every
read his
fighting game
description.
is-
Let me read his description from the Final Fantasy
I was
wiki.
about to read his description.
Okay, then go
I asked you how
ahead.
to spell his name so I could find him. Go ahead and do it. You're like already there.
No, it's okay. Okay. Kiros is a very tall man, standing at 6'4" with dark brown skin. He sports bead-adorned dreadlocks at the back of an otherwise short-cropped haircut, and wears a gold drop earring with a tassel motif. While he's seen primarily in the uniform of a Galbadian soldier, Kiros later wears a red bodysuit underneath bronze armor with gold wrist guards. Kiros was the main reason. Okay, that's the personality. We don't give a shit about that. We just care about the color of skin.
no,
Personality kind of means something.
no.
He was like the smart ass, or not the smart ass. He was like the cool voice of reason. That was basically his character, and he'd always like say something witty to Laguna being a dipshit.
So what you're saying is that he's dressed like George?
He was George basically, but a little bit more Egyptian-ish. That would be what I would put him towards,
Hey,
like
they're black people in Egypt.
North Africa or Africa, Egypt kind of deal. Yeah, you still there? Can you hear me? And is anybody?
We're just gonna let you wallow in your own racism.
What?
No, but I'm sure George blacked out.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because I didn't hear anything from him, and I didn't hear anything from you, and I was like, oh well, I wonder if they're both gone this
Wasn't
time.
my internet.
Oh, there goes George.
Okay. What were you doing, George?
Oh.
Oh, he's gone again.
He's gone again. Okay, so while George is dealing with his stuff, let's talk about some more characters from video games.
I left right here.
You here? He's gone again.
Yeah, I said I never left.
Yeah, your mic's
Got
like blinking in and out. We can barely hear you.
You're fine.
Okay, there you go. I can hear you now.
Jesus.
But yeah. Nadine Ross, Uncharted. So far, I haven't played almost any of Uncharted, but I still love her. She's a great character.
That's not a JRPG.
I know, but I just wanted to talk about her because she's one of the most recent black people in video games that I've played.
She's hot. Voiced
Against-
by Laura Bailey, who's hot. She's gonna be in a DLC game with Chloe, who's hot.
That bugs me when they get white voice actors to voice black people.
It doesn't bug me.
It weirds me out.
That weirds
If-
you out, but
if
fat
they
whiteness voicing Naruto doesn't weird you out.
Okay, Shelly, I told you, please stop calling her that. We have to be respectful here. But anyway, yeah. I think I've tried to like talk about this like a few times, but then you get to Saz in Final Fantasy 13, and this man used to drive. He used to pilot trains or whatever you do, conduct trains. He has 2 dual-wielded pistols. He has an afro,
Hey,
and then he has a bird. He has a chicken growing in his afro.
hey, you're reaching. You're reaching. Chocobo ain't did nothing to hurt nobody.
Yeah, Chocobo ain't done nothing to hurt nobody, but he's still that's like the limit of what you can do as far as a stereotype in my concern. Like as far as I'm concerned. Were there any black people
Oh,
in
no.
Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, the guy that runs the
Diner.
inn in Altisha, the diner, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's the guy at the restaurant, and then the guy at the diner at the Hammerhead. That was it.
Yep.
I bet if they'd have like another 4 months to develop the game, we'd have more black people.
I don't think so. I think they had another 4 months to be less black people.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Square to eradicate like.
Oh God,
Any
it's dark in here. Lighten that up with some white people.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I think it's in terms of anime. Getting back to anime because I think we took a video game tangent. What are some black characters that like really stood out to you, and that like made you that didn't feel cheap and they were just there for comic relief? Like you felt like they had some good standing in the story. The most recent one that I can think of is I don't remember his name exactly because like he's not a main character. The mechanic from Iron Blooded Orphans, like because he takes on a fairly important role, but like he's the back burner because like the show's about like the orphans, right, the kids, and it's not about the adults. He's like that like really bulky father figure for the kids, and he's kind of like he's not a voice of reason, but he's just kind of there to like watch over them and to give like the show that like adult presence, so it's not just like kids running around in chaos, because he's like one of the few adults on their team besides what's her name,
Who?
the other the white girl that like we thought Oreo was gonna she's dating the black guy mechanic. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
That's the lunch lady doing that.
What? No.
No.
No. The lunch lady is
No.
Atra.
No, there's like another lunch lady, isn't there?
No, the one from I can't remember people's names, and this is killing me. Too many Japanese names. Like this is the same problem I
Stop
had with
getting
Bleach.
killed.
Like that was the problem I had with Bleach because there's so many fucking Japanese names that I can't remember all of them.
What would you do with all the German ones?
I just didn't remember any of them either. I only remember Basby and Yuhog. Is that your new text tone, Shelly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start hitting you now. I don't know when I'll stop. You have no idea like how perfect that plays sometimes. I'll just be at work and someone says something stupid. I'm gonna start hitting you now. I don't know when I'll stop.
But yeah. What are some memorable black people in anime to you guys?
Yoruichi from Bleach.
Whoever this is
Okay,
on the Facebook thing.
All right.
I feel like that's neither anime. No, okay, I feel like we're deviating from the topic now, so I'm gonna go ahead and like put the kibosh on it.
But what?
What?
Friendship
Brian's
is for the
been saying
weak.
these words. What?
Shelly, you're just quoting random things now. It's not working.
You said Kaiba.
Kibosh.
Yeah, friendship's for the weak.
Oh God. We need to move on. We're tired now.
Sorry.
Oh God. This is what happens when you podcast late at night. I should have made us do it earlier.
I really need to see that Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
I kind of don't want to
Why?
because that last Yu-Gi-Oh movie that I saw.
Hey.
I mean, it's not like that one.
George, have you seen anything of? Have you beaten 2.8, George?
Brian, I don't own 2.8.
Brian, no one
have you
owns
seen-
2.8.
Have you seen the ending for 0.2 then? And
Nope.
okay, so we can't talk about that because I'm not going to spoil you.
Oh, wait, don't 2.8 and 0.2 make 3?
That's
Yeah.
kind of the point.
So you have Kingdom Hearts 3 right now?
That's kind of the
Nope.
point that they were trying to make with that title.
Wait, so when do you get 3?
We don't know.
Never.
2020.
It'll probably come out 2018.
Have you got any gameplay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we have.
What's it look like?
About the same as 0.2 right now. Like that's the thing.
Running on Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, like that's the thing about 3.
I don't think
is
it
that,
should be running on Unreal Engine 4.
I mean, it runs fine on it.
Is
It,
that
looks,
what
mean,
we're-
It is.
it looks good. That's the only problem, and the reason development's taking so long for KH3 is because like they've been reusing the same assets for years, and they've just been like making the same game, like making the games with the same engine, like for I don't know, like 10 plus years. And
I
then
mean,
now
I'm just
they're
saying.
they have to make these models from the ground up, and like that's why they looked like ass at first, and that's why I was like really scared because you look at those early screenshots of 0.2 and like all that shit, and like they didn't have the shading right, like the textures were off.
It's not like they
It was
made their
weird.
own engine.
No, but they had to make their own character models to fit the the
Wait, were you being
Disney style.
Were you being sarcastic?
Who, me?
You talking about
'Cause
me
they
or
did.
Shelly?
Shelly. He's like, it's not like they made their own engine. I asked if he was being sarcastic because they did make their own engine,
Are they using
but they're
Unreal
not
Engine
using
4?
it for this game. They're
They
using
made their
Unreal
own
Engine 4.
shader.
Then they didn't make their own engine for it.
They made their own
No,
shader.
no. Hold up. They made their own. That's what I was going to say. They made their own one, but they're not using it for KH3
What are they using it for?
at all. They used it on 15. Luminous Studio.
Oh, the Lumious engine.
Yeah, Luminous Engine. Yeah.
No, I'm not
That engine was
I'm not
shit,
talking about
though.
15. I'm talking about 3.
I didn't say we were talking about 15.
Yeah. So again,
I
like
asked-
I said, it's
I
not
asked
like
if
they
you were
made
being
their own
sarcastic.
engine.
Yeah, I asked if you were being sarcastic because I didn't know if you were referring to that or not.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I was asking.
Although it does seem
I was trying to determine
it
if it
does
was
seem
like,
kind of stupid that you made this engine for 15 and you're not going to use it for KH3.
Well, you know why?
yeah.
They don't fit the art style. Like that's the thing. No, like listen to me. Like Disney,
I don't know. It's kind of close, buddy.
got all these Disney properties that they've got to adapt and adjust for, and they have to fit the different art styles of like different movies. You've got like more realistic worlds. You've got more soft and like softer colors and shapes and worlds like Big Hero 6. You've got a completely different animation style with a hand-drawn movie or a CG movie. And then you've got the contrast of like Final Fantasy looking characters and original Kingdom Hearts characters. Like you've got to balance them and make them all blend together in the Unreal
And
Engine.
then you got all these World In With You characters, and then you got all these Dragon Quest characters, and then you got all
Exactly,
these
like-
Marvel characters, and
That's the thing. Like the engine that they're using is just to adapt to the Disney aesthetic of Kingdom Hearts, and that's what the shaders
Bruh.
for. Is to make everything
wanna-
else adapt to the shape to the aesthetic of each Disney movie.
I want a Dragon Quest world for KH3. I also want an FMA world for KH3.
Hey, I'll get KH3 if they put Pepper Ann in it.
Yeah.
Why are you so obsessed with putting Pepper Ann in Kingdom Hearts? Like, I want to know what you're gonna get out of that personally. If you could get a Pepper Ann even reference in Kingdom Hearts, because I swear to God,
I want Disney to acknowledge that little burst they had in Disney Channel.
Pepper Ann wasn't a big burst.
Yeah,
it was just kind of there.
It was in that little burst that they had.
If that's the case, we need a Recess World too.
Yeah, they had Pepper Ann, they had Recess, they had Gargoyles, Kim Possible.
Like, you're not getting any of
that.
It was
Gargoyles would actually be
burst.
lit though. Like,
you're not getting any of that.
Yo, bet we getting FMA.
They do the Recess theme song with the dodgeball and everything.
All I can remember from the Recess song is like the little military kid going like, ah!
That's because that's you, Brian.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow,
it's true.
There was a
my
black
soul
guy
has
in
been
there.
darkened.
There's a black guy in Recess.
Yeah,
oh
he
my
plays
God.
basketball and he's called TJ or whatever his name is.
No, that was Vince. TJ was the main character.
Okay.
TJ
was it Vince? Okay.
That was Vince.
Well, at least I remember there was a TJ.
Oh yeah, there's a black guy in Hey Arnold too. I know. I just thought.
Oh my
Hey Arnold.
God.
His name's Kumar. I mean Harold.
His name's Gerald.
I know.
His name is Gerald. Harold was the fat
white guy.
I was making a Harold and Kumar joke, dumbasses.
Sure you
Well,
were.
it didn't pan out well because his name wasn't Harold.
Exactly. That's why I fucked up. No. But yeah, back to 2.8. It's good. Go buy it. I'm frustrated though. No, but like without spoiling anything for anybody, because I've already like presented my theories. Like the thing that makes me the angriest about 2.8, and I hate to start off with something that makes me angry, is that the Unchained, the key back cover video is like an hour long, and it doesn't have an end. It doesn't have an end. Like it's just an open-ended segment that just like leaves you like you have like character synopsises for each character. They introduce each character, and you get a grasp on their personality and like the bare essential, like a bare minimum of what they were doing during the events of Key, which we already seen. And spoilers for Key because it's a mobile game though, so I don't really care about spoiling it. The ultimate ending of Key is that they have a Keyblade War and most people die.
Okay, there is absolutely positively no reason why a console game should be connected to a mobile game. There's no reason.
Because they want it to.
I know they want it to, but I'm just saying there is absolutely no reason. It's completely asinine.
Hold up. If that legitimately is the ultimate, I don't understand why something like that had to
exist.
What's the word I'm looking for? Not really exist, but why something like that seemed to be like obscure. It shouldn't be a spoiler that you know at the ending the Keyblade War happens. Like
it's what happens in the context of Unchained Key, though, because there's plot relevant details into the ending of that. But for Unchained Key is a separate side of that.
What the war itself in turn does as a result, I understand is pertinent information. The fact that it happens at all, I really believe, in my opinion, shouldn't even be a spoiler. When this was still a browser-based MMO and not even released in the US yet, the second I found out it was an MMO, I was like, this is the Keyblade War, and we're going to be the participants.
And that's for Key, though. Unchained Key is a different story.
That kind of thing should be understood.
Yeah. And like, okay, I'll give the bare minimum amount of spoilers for Unchained Key because, okay, so Unchained Key is like if you played Key, which is the Japanese only web browser game,
Yes.
that is basically like the true history of what happened, like up to the Keyblade War, what happened at the end, people die. And the secret ending to a Key is that you figure out that not everybody died. Some of the wielders got transported to the realm of sleep, and they're basically in like a time capsule. And that's it. And that's what Unchained Key is, and we don't know why or how it's related to Key. I don't know the whole story because they haven't finished the story because they're still like intersecting with what happened in Key and Unchained Key in America still. We haven't gotten to season 2, as they call it. But
Well,
that's all I know.
Y'all got time.
Yeah, we have time, like, because we have until 2018. Like, that's when Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out, so it doesn't matter. And they're still developing new story. Yeah, allegedly. In my personal opinion, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be out at the very end of 2018. Because, like, there's no reason for them not to release it then.
I mean, what if they want to release it in a few months?
They can't. They're not even done with any of the world. They're done with a few of the worlds, they said, but they said like they just do one at a time. They don't work on all the
they're
worlds
still
at once.
designing Pepper Ann's model.
Motherfucker. I want to humor you in some way, shape,
and
or
the
form,
Weekenders have to be in there.
You're just asking for things that are just so impossible to implement that I can't even entertain. I can't entertain your jokes anymore.
I mean, I'm just saying we can get a Kingdom Hearts with Aladdin and Little Mermaid, but we can't get one of them going with the Weekenders just to go to the. Come on.
Is the Weekenders really a household name that you associate with Disney, though?
It is.
No, it's not. You're a liar.
Dude,
Stop lying to me.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Stop lying to me.
You know how many times I've watched Aladdin?
You know how many times I've watched
Twice.
The Weekenders?
You know how many times I've watched Little Mermaid? Probably about twice. You know how many times I've watched The Lion King? About twice. Like all the movies I've only watched maybe twice. Some never at all.
Well, that's your personal problem then, because you're not watching the ones that matter.
Problem. I'm just
saying, it is. If you want to appeal to
everyone, just put a little Pepper Ann in there. Put some Weekenders.
It'll put a little Pepper Ann in your Kingdom Hearts game to season it.
Put Goof Troop in there. Put the House of Mouse.
Goof Troop's already in there, like mildly.
Yo, but my FMA though.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Put the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in there.
Why the fuck would they put FMA in there?
FMA is a Square Enix property.
I know it is.
Kid you not.
I know it is. But they won't.
They can do it.
They won't.
Yeah, but they would never be that smart.
They would. They did it. They might as well put in the Hitman world.
They did it with the World Ends.
May as well put Tomb Raider in it.
We'll fool Eidos.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's Squeenix Montreal. They doing their thing over there.
Since they had that deal with Marvel now, they could put Marvel in there and everything. Also, it's Disney, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you get twice the Marvel.
You put two Hulks
times the Marvel. Hulk, Red Hulk.
I still don't know how that game's going to turn out.
I don't know either because the Square Enix Montreal. Yeah, because
we're talking about the Square Enix.
If Eidos is handling it, then yeah.
I mean,
is it going to be like Tomb Raider Hitman engine, or will they borrow from like?
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of game it would be.
It's going to be an RPG based action game.
I don't think I'd want that with all the Avengers.
Is it going to use the Luminous engine?
No.
Will we go back
Let me answer that for you.
Tools?
Let me answer that for you. No.
Dude, they will never use that engine ever again.
And they will never use Crystal Dynamics ever again.
Like, they made that engine
Crystal Dynamics
no reason.
Remember Agni's Prophecy? That was a good tech demo.
That was a good tech demo that they used for Kingsglaive.
Nah, you mean Realm Reborn.
Yeah. Okay, sure. But no, like I feel like
That's
the Marvel game, like honest to God, like it's probably gonna be like I want it to be like Ultimate Alliance where it's just drop in, drop out co-op, but it won't be that way. So I just
a post 2010 game with couch co-op. Bro, is you crazy?
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised they didn't try to get Platinum Games to work on it.
No, George, amend your statement to be a post 2010 couch co-op game that's not an indie title.
That's not an indie title.
Exactly. Think about that.
Also, Platinum would have made it lit.
Exactly.
Platinum would have made that shit.
Platinum would have hyped it up because Nier Automata, they're working on that with Square Enix, and that demo was good.
Oh, okay. They made one good game.
2B's lovingly rendered.
The last 3 they made were shit, including the canceled Xbox One game because it was performing like shit.
Bruh. Have you played the last 3, Shelly? Because we had this conversation before.
What were the last 3?
Okay, you ain't playing.
We are not doing this conversation a second stream in a row.
We don't have to have the conversation because Shelly didn't play the games. It's fine. We're done.
I mean, they make like I don't know, 4 to 5 games.
So we're done.
Shelly, we're not having this conversation again. We know you don't like Platinum games.
Out of every 5 games, 1 will be good.
We know you remember Kuro, and we know you hate Temple
Shelly
Run.
don't like anything.
That Kuro game was awful.
No, you loved it.
No, Brian, no, I did not.
Yes, you did. You loved it.
Brian, the only reason why I enjoyed it as much as I did was because I paid $6 for it. I wasn't paying $20 for that game.
You love that game.
Activision ain't give them a hype enough budget. Activision was too busy putting all that money in Call of Duty.
Also, Shelly, I had to beat that game for you.
Yeah, the Temple Run.
That's the one and only time this man said, "Brian, here you go. Have my controller."
Were you that hurt?
Temple Run.
Shelly, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Shelly?
Like this man's never asked me to beat any.
They put Temple Run in an Avatar game.
Like
they had money to flesh it out because Activision ain't give them the money.
But I just want you to realize the gravity of what happened, though, because Shelly will get fucked up in like The Last of Us or anything, and he'll get stuck on the same part for days, and I will ask him, I was like, Shelly, I'm tired of watching you and listening to you be on the same part. Will you please just give me the controller?
Oh, yeah. Like I'll be on this one part, I'll die, and I'll just quit the game, go back in 2 days. I'll play it one time, die. Okay, I'll just come back in a few days.
Dang.
And then
Activision hurt my boy.
He died like 3 times on Temple Run. He's like, Brian, I need you to do this for me if you can. And I did it, and he's like, oh my god, thank you.
Finish the game.
It was like something had possessed him. Like this man needed to finish the game that day. And I don't know why.
Because I didn't want to play it again.
Hurt my friend. I'm gonna email Activision with an angry letter. I'm gonna do it for you, Shelly.
You hurt me.
And I'm gonna be like, you should have gave Platinum more money to develop that game, so they ain't have to do that.
Barely involved in the game too. Like they were saying that they were involved in the game, they were barely involved in it.
Anyway, we're still on a tangent.
Yeah.
2.8. Last thing I'll say about
that was hardly a good Avatar game. Anyway,
last thing I want to say about back cover for Unchained, like even though it's open ended, the tagline of the entire game, all right, the tag for back cover, like specifically, like who's the traitor? That's the thing they're focusing on. Who's the traitor and the foretellers? Who's the one who fucked up? Who's the one who's doing all this shit?
Brian, I'm so sorry to cut you off. This is semi-important. We've had like 2 or 3 viewers this whole time. We're down to 1 now, and I haven't been reading the comments.
I haven't either.
Go ahead.
Okay, we don't know who the traitor is. We don't know. We don't know outright. I can tell you who it is because I have a very I'm 80% sure of like who it is because of the
They said
content.
DuckTales should be in it.
DuckTales should be in the show.
Freaking Justin. Not Justin who got on with us, but a different Justin. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down with DuckTales because DuckTales is basically in it. They just need to add in DuckTales characters, like besides Scrooge and the boys.
No, we don't need Huey, Dewey, and Louie in the game.
DuckTales. Woo. We need the song.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie are horrible characters.
Yeah, they're the same person.
No, it's not even that.
But yeah, we don't know who the traitor is, and I know who the traitor is, I think. And that's from my own lore, like knowledge of the lore. And that's because I had to read an interview from Nomura and like see something like written down before I could like think about who the traitor was. Because like in my mind, I thought it was someone else, but he was a red herring. And I was like, okay. When I did
red herring.
Yeah, Nomura loves red herrings.
Thank you, Shelly.
Yeah. Oh God, you're right. His name was Red Herring, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep. Everybody thought it was red herring.
That was a clever pun. I'm just now appreciating a joke from a show that's like 20 years old.
Dude, that show is like older than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
But yeah. 0.2 played great. They've already patched it to make it better because when I played it, I got the raw version.
I still can't believe you paid $60 for a demo.
No, I paid $60 for lore and Dream Drop.
Oh, okay, good. So you paid $60 for a demo.
No, I didn't.
You could have just paid me $60 to tell you the story, and it would have been a lot more extravagant.
Honestly, the game's worth $50.
I would have used memes. I
$50.
thought it was going to be $50.
The game's probably worth $30.
It's worth $50.
It's worth $30, but they got the Kingdom Hearts fans to just go, hey, yeah, sure, just drop the $60.
I mean, okay.
I'm telling you, it's worth. Let me tell you. Let me break it down for you. $30 for Dream Drop, HD,
else
console based. Finally, that's fine. $15 for 0.2, and then $5 for back cover.
Nah. Okay, let me tell you what it should have been. 30. I will even give it maybe 40 for Dream Drop. Because if it was 40, it would cost literally the same amount it did when it first came out on 3DS. And then $10 for her and 0.2 together, because back covers like what, an hour? That's an OVA.
Yeah.
You go and buy an anime OVA DVD on sale for like $10, and it comes with this demo. So 40 for Dream Drop, because that's how much when it first came out, and then 10 for everything else, because you bought this nice OVA and, a beta code. For the OVA, 5 to pre-order KH3, here's your demo.
I think because I've actually played it, I'm giving more credit to 0.2, though. Because
How long does it last?
When I played it, and I'm being like, this is counting like me losing to bosses, and just overall, like, just exploring and platforming.
Yeah, I was like, no, because he explored and everything.
And there's not much exploration to have because it is pretty linear, but like there are explorable environments in it. I think I got it, and I did not get all the chests by any means. Like I was not looking for chests really,
but except for question.
Okay, about 3.5 hours for me.
I'm just letting you know that a 3.5 hour game is not $60.
And that's including story, because there weren't that many cutscenes in this game. Like, there was barely any at all. Like, I think in the last 30 minutes, there was, like, an extra, like, helping of cutscenes. but for the most part, like they just let the dialogue play during
Where-
gameplay.
Okay, but yeah, they didn't
Were the
involve
secret
cutscenes
endings?
because they put a movie in there for an hour.
Yeah.
Now, regular video games also have cutscenes. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but see that
it's-
hour-long movie.
it should have still been $30, 30 to 40.
No, but that
I'd go with
hour-long
40.
movie, that hour-long movie though didn't count for 0.2. That had nothing to do with it. That was just there as
I'm
a
just saying.
standalone.
No, I'm just saying. But it didn't have cutscenes really. So I mean, those were the cutscenes. It should have been $40.
I'll still give it 50 because it's the first week. And then, like, in however long, dock it down to 40.
I think
mean,
I don't know, man.
You gotta
Because
make
like,
you gotta make some kind of profit. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think honestly they're just like, we can't sell it for 50 or 40 because we're selling 1.5 and 2.5 for $40.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank was $40.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's
see-
how much the
Ratchet and Clank was worth $60.
No, it wasn't.
Dude,
Debatable.
that was. George, did
I
you play
see-
Ratchet and Clank? George, you didn't play Ratchet and Clank.
Did you play them platinum game?
You play Ratchet and Clank.
I'll get right back with you, dog. You play them platinum game?
Yeah, I played a platinum game. Played The Legend of Korra. It was shit.
I said, did you play the ones you asked me about? I said them platinum games, them last 3.
Did you play that Transformers game?
I hadn't opened it yet. I'm about to though.
Did you play that Ninja Turtles game?
I did. I took that back to work. Like
Oh.
no
Oh.
argument. I admit
Oh,
it.
you took it back
I
to
admitted that
work.
CMNC was bad.
Oh, okay. Well, that's...
Don't flex now because I'm saying it on stream.
I'm just saying.
I have already said
that was 3 games right there out of the 5 that they were making.
I have already said that CMNC was
4
bad.
out of those 5 were shit.
And then TMNT is one of them Activision published Platinum developed games. So you know Platinum ain't gonna get the money
Okay,
they
but
need
had the
to
budget
do
for
their
Microsoft
thing.
was Scalebound. What happened there?
Just fell through because Microsoft botches up every
Oh.
deal they do with the foreign publisher. It's in the books. Watch the
See how the
videos.
game was
They did it before. They did it before.
No.
I got the answer, Sway. I got the answers.
Okay.
Went belly up in the hardware department and tried to strike a deal with Microsoft for the Xbox to play Dreamcast games. And they botched up the deal. Botched it up.
Dude, they didn't botch up shit. You know how much money they got from that?
How much money?
I don't know. You get certain amounts of money for like getting.
Why'd you ask him then?
I'm just saying. You get certain amounts of money for achieving goals, and that's how much money Microsoft would give them every time they achieved a certain goal. And then they just cancel the game. They don't give the money back. So I mean, you know how much money they gained from that to not release a game?
That sounds like an American company stealing Japanese shit.
Mess it up every time.
But yeah. Last topic
Justin,
is
poor scale.
Yeah, he's a poor Scalebound.
last topic of the night is the Switch specs were released, and
Did you
also
hear-
an interesting.
Yeah, the Nintendo
Go ahead.
boss said that he predicted that the Switch would sell 100 million units.
Oh Jesus! I mean, I don't know if that's unrealistic or not for
That's
them.
extremely unrealistic.
I mean, you gotta walk like you got it in your pants, dog. You gotta shoot for them stars. So if you fall, you land on the cloud. You know what I'm saying?
How
It's
much?
Kanye West lyrics.
How much is the
He's-
PS4 sold over?
Right now, it's at 53 million. It's still outpacing the PS2. So, I imagine it'll hit if it can go past like a 7 year life cycle. Like if it can continue to sell past whenever they release the PS5, it'll hit 100.
Oh yeah. But yeah, now in comparison to that, like 100 million sounds disgusting. Why the hell would you? Why the hell would you say 100 million consoles?
We're gonna sell 100 million. Are you high?
No, that's just false optimism.
I mean, Trump said Mexico gonna pay for that wall.
That's false optimism.
I'm not just shoot for 100 million, but I'm saying, are they the only ones wrong here?
Like Nintendo, get your alternative news out of my country.
Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
I mean, I'm just saying, your last console only sold 13 million. Don't shoot for 100. Shoot for 14.
No, I agree. It's a far-fetched number.
Why don't you,
I still support it. I'm still buy it, but that's like,
if you're gonna try to like if you're gonna try and like sell your product or like beef it up like and talk it up like and say, oh hey, I'm gonna sell this for 100 million or 100 million units, at least have more than 5 games at launch.
Oh well, they've got more than 5 now. I think they've got like 7.
There will be, yeah. A lot of the
I mean,
okay.
those 7 no one cares about though, so it's still just one game.
I found out at work that some of the ones that were just like, oh yeah, you know, March, are actually like, from looking at the dates at work, because I looked at that and I was like, oh well, that's stupid. They should have just said. It's kind of misleading.
Yeah.
But hey, that's Nintendo.
I agree.
We ain't finna jump no guns. Anywho.
But yeah. The specs came out. Did we look at those specs, George? Because I feel like this is your territory.
Bro.
Tell us about them.
Where you want me to start? This is a custom system on chip, and yeah, I'm just gonna read from the Wikipedia article because trying to remember it.
Yeah, that's fine. Because like, you're the most tech savvy out of all of us, so you'd be able to describe to us what this means.
Yeah, custom system chip on the NVIDIA Tegra family of products. No specific details were revealed beyond the fact that it's based on the same architecture as the world's top performing GeForce gaming graphics cards, and has a custom API known as NVN, which is designed to bring a lightweight masses. Anybody who's like anybody who's built a desktop more than likely has like a high-end NVIDIA graphics card. More often not one of those like GeForce GTX models, and they range like from a 260 model on up. Hold on, because I'm still scrolling. 8021. Okay. I don't even know what this is in terms of wireless capability, but 802.11 ACE wireless connectivity, and is compliant with 802.11 A, B, G, N, and GNAC modes. Up to 8 Switch consoles can be connected in an ad hoc network. We already knew that. Removable 4310 mAh lithium-ion battery. We already got told about the battery life between 2.5 to 6.5 hours. Breath in the Wild specifically using 3 hours of battery life. USB-C 3 connector. The Joy-Cons themselves have 525 lithium-ion batteries, and they can last for 20 hours each. And they auto-charge if they're attached to the console, whether you're just playing on the console or placing on the dock.
But doesn't the console have to charge?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's mobile.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it'll
is that why the controllers will be attached to it?
Yeah. It'll include 32 gigs of internal storage.
So it would be taking its battery?
Well, it doesn't need
passively,
it really doesn't need that much.
Hold up. Passively, but like draining it, you know what I mean? it wouldn't take much for
I
it to
think that's
charge
where
off
that-
of if you're using it. You know what I mean?
I think that's where
Yeah.
that giant gap comes from.
Gap in battery life.
I think that's where that comes from.
That could also be a factor. I mean, I don't doubt it would take too much power to charge, but at the same time, you know, if you're on your laptop and it's not plugged up, and then you like plug up your phone to charge from it, you're going to lose significantly more over time. 32 gigs of internal storage, and it can be expanded up to 2 terabytes using micro SD, micro SDHC, or micro SDXC.
It's a lot of money.
Cards aren't quite
That's a lot
out
of
yet.
Microsoft.
Yeah, micro SD and SDHC support will be available at launch. Micro SDXC support through a patch because, you know, micro
Yeah.
SDXC you can't get a hold of yet. Has 3 USB ports. 2 of them are USB 2.0. One of them's USB 3.0. They didn't explain much of what those will be for, but chances are it'll be like for different peripherals with the console. Like there's that rumored port of Smash 4 that'll be on the Switch, and so 2 of those ports already will probably be for the GameCube adapter.
Have you heard that the developer that Psionic wants to bring Rocket League to the Switch?
That would make sense, yeah.
So now you have to get it, George.
Yeah. You know, Rocket League on the Switch, I'll do it.
Why don't you just
I'll
play on the
do it.
PS4 with us?
If we get it on the Switch, I'll buy it on the Switch.
Because he
Then I'll buy it
wants
on
to play
PS4.
it on the Switch with like 3 people.
I'll do both.
I mean, Shelly, we could play it anytime because now you have PS Plus.
Oh, I had already played today. I played like
Yeah,
7 games.
I thought about playing with you earlier today, and I was like, no.
And I was like, oh well, Brian's on. Let's see what he's playing Chrono Trigger. I won't even bother.
Wait,
to ask.
You saw me playing Chrono Trigger?
Well, I mean,
You can see what people
well,
are
yeah,
playing,
you can see
right?
what people are playing.
Even though it's a PS1 title?
Yeah, whatever game you
didn't
play,
know
I
that.
can see it.
I didn't know that it showed up for my Vita at what I was playing. Okay.
If you know, well, even though it's a PS1 title, you digitally had to buy it from the store, so your Vita recognizes it as Chrono Trigger. Therefore, when you play it on PS Plus, it's going to show up as Chrono Trigger. Yeah.
So yeah, you're never safe.
Okay.
That's what you mean.
I have eyes on me everywhere. Do you see on Facebook, like, if I'm playing YouTube or something, does it post automatically?
No, but it does that for me.
It doesn't
But
do
it
that for
doesn't
you
do it on
anymore.
but it doesn't do it like for the story, like for the wall.
Yeah, it shows up on my activity log, but it doesn't
Yeah.
post.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, like, okay, they fixed that then, because I remember the days when you, like, whenever you did something, like, it would post it on your timeline, and it pissed me the fuck off. Because I'm like, God, I see you playing YouTube. God, I see you playing YouTube. Oh my God, get off YouTube.
God, get off Netflix.
But yeah. No. Shit, I lost my train of thought completely. But yeah, I've been playing Chrono Trigger lately, just at work. Like, because when I'm in between calls, and I've got, like, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes in between calls sometimes, I'll play like a little bit of an RPG and like grind a little bit, then go through a dungeon, like do like a few random encounters, then I'll finish a call, and then I'll do it again, and I'll just rinse and repeat. And that's been a pretty good thing for me. Like, I'm really glad to have my Vita at work because my phone does not get good battery life out there
We're doing that
because we have
tangent thing
terrible
again.
signal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had something I wanted to talk about because I like lost interest in the Switch thing.
Rip.
Hey, man, it's the Switch. That's what happens.
But that's kind of the point I was trying to make, though. Like, there's nothing outstanding happening. Like, they've got some cool ideas, but we still don't see anything outstanding. The only outstanding thing is assurance of quality that we expect from Zelda. Like we knew this was going to be a good game. It was the most
and
anticipated
that
game.
you can poop while you do it. So, because they had a trailer with someone on the toilet.
That's a good thing. Was that the Super Bowl commercial?
Super Bowl commercial wasn't really anything. I think maybe that's in the extended version though.
I saw bits from it, and it was like it was more things from Breath of the Wild.
Well, of course, because that's like the only game that's coming out.
Then what were you wanting to ask?
What?
Well, I mean, you put the topics on the list. You wanted to know the specs. You've had me read the specs.
I just wanted
Yeah, I
you to
was
read
like,
the
I don't know why
specs
you
to tell people.
Brian, these specs don't matter.
Like that
It's
was
not-
the thing. The
It's
point
not even
I'm
as
trying.
powerful. It's not as powerful as the Xbox One. The specs don't matter. It can't run a Wii U port at 1080p.
Okay.
We're reporting news, and also Shelly made my point.
Backing up to the statement, the Wii U is capable of playing games at 1080p at 60 frames per second.
I didn't say
Breath
that.
of the Wild.
I said Breath of the Wild, a Wii U game.
No, I'm gonna get to it. I got you. I'm gonna get to it. Breath of the Wild specifically runs at 900p and it's 30 frames, so the transition remains seamless between docked and tabletop.
So the Nintendo Switch can't play the port at 1080p.
It could docked. Could probably prove differently when not docked. So they split the difference.
Yeah.
But they are not doing that for any other games. Because there are other games where it increases when it's docked. So what's the point?
It's a design decision Al Numa and his team decided to make. Nobody else has given input or statements on the development of the games that they are making for the Switch outside of the fact that they are developing games for the Switch.
It can't play the port at 1080p.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you what I know and what I don't know.
Because
the Wii U isn't even. You asked me for other games. I told you I don't know because nobody else said anything.
He's playing it at 720.
Anyway,
well, you know it's running and better than the Wii U is. Then
you've proven my point.
Well,
the reason I wanted the specs to be
because they're both running at 30.
Shut up.
Okay, so
I'd rather just get the Wii U version. It's cheaper. It's the same thing. It barely looks different. I mean, it looks different, but
my point was that we're reporting the specs of the Wii U, excuse me, of the Switch. That was ironic. I just wanted to report it. We got the information. We're knowing how it runs.
Everybody else has the information.
Yeah, everybody else does have the information. We're just reporting it.
I read from the Wikipedia article.
I just wanted to have the news out there. And the point of the conversation is we know exactly how it's going to perform. We know what the hardware specs are. We know what kind of games we can expect with this hardware. Whether or not they'll improve upon it in later updates to the hardware, I doubt, because that's not how Nintendo works. They don't bring out updated consoles. So what we see is what we're going to get probably for the entire life cycle of this console. Unless they decide to have Motion Plus controllers-esque kind of expansion packs for like the Joy-Cons or something.
I don't think there's any reason for that to happen. There's no reason for that to happen because then you're kind of undermining the whole
HD
for the technology.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like, it's not likely to happen. The most we'll probably ever get is an expansion, like a battery pack.
Nyko will probably do something for that.
Yeah, and that'll be it. Like the point of of reporting the specs is like, okay, this is basically what we're dealing with for the rest of the time. Like we got to like prepare ourselves to have games that run like this and that deal with this technology. Whether or not we improve, it remains to be seen.
But I imagine most Switch games will run at 1080p. But that's because no Nintendo titles don't tend to like be like graphically impressive because they're like really cartoony and shit.
Well, they're mechanically impressive.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, they are.
Were you to go anywhere with that statement, Shelly? Because you kind of just stopped.
Yeah. Well, you like started. It was
mean, I was just saying that, and then you were like, "No, well, it's going to be mechanically impressive." I was like, "Okay, well, yeah, sure, why not?"
Well, that's the thing. Like, they're never.
Okay, I thought there was going to be a follow up to that.
Yeah, like the Nintendo games, as a rule of thumb, have never been about like looking fun and colorful. Like they are, like sometimes, but it's less about aesthetics and more about gameplay. Like it's never been about like the aesthetics have never been like the end goal for Nintendo. Like they've always been interested in new hardware. Super Famicom had a fucking microphone.
I know they're always interested in new hardware. That's why their hardware keeps failing.
I mean, man, the DS line is lit.
That's basically been the same hardware for however long the DS has been. Like,
yeah, the 3DS is selling nowhere near as much as the 3D is the regular DS.
Okay, see, that was sarcasm because it is.
It's not sarcasm. That's a fact.
Okay, well, I think we could call it a podcast. I was gonna do a matchup maybe, but like when I was making these topics, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this."
Let's go.
No,
we're not doing that this week.
I had to read all of that today.
Don't act like you weren't informed, George.
Sitting in class, taking a dump.
You know it was more.
Headed home.
You know it was more important than what was going on in class, George.
I can't say that it was. For once, I was having a good time in class. Research and criticism.
Dude, that's the perfect class. All you had to do was ask your teacher, who would win, Egg or Kuro? How old's your teacher?
I don't know.
Do they look old?
No.
I guarantee you they've seen Avatar. They would know.
Jesus. I mean, she knows what anime is, so.
I guarantee you she's seen it. I mean, Katie's seen it. Everyone's seen it.
Wait, what?
That's it. I mean, come on. Even Katie's seen it. Everyone's seen it.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
What?
It's about time to wrap up the podcast, but
I mean,
I just thought I was on Tumblr.
You're going to have an orgasm before you say that.
No, I'm on Tumblr, and I'm seeing this new Dream Eater that's in 2.8, and that's in Dream Drop, and it's a skateboarding elephant.
Okay.
What the hell?
All right.
Is that what made you orgasm?
No, it that wasn't an orgasm. That was...
Oh, God, I hate to hear what you sound like when you
disgust. I don't think you'll ever hear anytime soon. Anytime soon. Soon. And I think let's call that a stream.
If you guys stayed till that long, just write in the comments soon and how creepy that is.
Exactly. God, I'm so tired. Anyway,
at least I don't have to work for the next 2 days.
I have to work every day.
Well, okay. I mean,
and it'll be okay. Anyway, Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll have some new matchups next week, and we'll be able to talk more in depth about our favorite endings from last year and this year, and openings, since those are pretty in-depth conversations.
Noisy, bizarre town. Like,
And we'll get back to you on that whole Aang versus Korra thing.
Yeah, because I think this has to happen now.
Or maybe we'll just do a different matchup. Who knows? Something from the Avatar world.
Jesus.
Something,
Good night, everybody.
Something from the Zelda world. Who knows?
Try, boo boo. Try.